Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tatiana Rax. I am 28 years old, and I am making this video because I am suffering from imposter syndrome, and it is starting to become overwhelming. If you don't know what imposter syndrome is, by definition, it is the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. And it has people suffering from imposter syndrome may be at an increased risk of anxiety. The poster child. Hello. Um, I want to say that I'm suffering from imposter syndrome, and how I know I'm suffering from imposter syndrome is that every single person around me has told me or has seen in me what I cannot see in myself. Like, my friends are like, "Oh, hey, you could be doing this, this, and this, but you choose not to because you just don't want to, or you're just lazy, or you're just this, or you're just that." And they never mean it with like any negative connotations or anything. They're just literally giving me constructive criticism and feedback on what I'm literally portraying myself as on a daily basis. Like, you're literally showing that you just don't want to do it, and there's literally no reason why you just don't want to do it. And it's like, it's literally because I don't see what you guys see. I wrote in my notes earlier today, and I was like, imposter syndrome is a hell of a drug. I've never been self-loathing. I've never carried or harbored any self-doubt, and then one day I was overcome with a feeling and it stayed. I want to say maybe 5 years now I've had this feeling, and it's just like, I can't pinpoint when it started or why it happened, but I know that it happened. And it was just like, where did this come from? Like, I remember being in high school, and one of my teachers asked me, like, what do you see yourself in 10 years? And I'm like, having a clothing brand and designing a shoe for Nike and doing all of these incredible things that I knew I was capable of. And then one day it was just like, yeah, I can't do that. No, I don't have this and I don't have that, and I can't do that because who's gonna really purchase from me, and who's gonna do this and who's gonna do that. And it's just like, subtly the excuses became my reality. Like, I literally started living those excuses out loud. Like, I'm not gonna do this because this is gonna be the outcome, and I'm not gonna do that because this is definitely gonna be my outcome. And it was just like, you're 28, something's gotta give. Something has got to give. Like, to the point where I'm back to reading this book. If you haven't read this book and you are here because you saw this video because you have or are struggling from imposter syndrome, this is literally the You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life by Jen Sincero. I hope I'm pronouncing that right and not butchering her name. And I remember reading this book at like 24 and thinking like, wow, this is an interesting read, but I don't really need this. Not even 24. I want to say like 21, 19. Like, I'm in college reading this book. Like, I don't really need this, but this is a very interesting read, and it's definitely a guide for self-confidence and just like being your best self and how to show up as your best self every single day so that you don't end up in a situation where you have imposter syndrome. And now this is about to be my Bible because I'm the poster child. I am the walking billboard. And this is video 1 of how to get out of that, or you're basically gonna watch me get out of it, because this is the last day that I'm allowing excuses to thrive here. These excuses can no longer thrive here. I am literally exhausted with the excuses. Like, there are so many things that I want to do, that I want to accomplish, that I haven't done, and it's just like, I'm not doing all of these things because I keep making excuses for the reasons why I can't do them. Like, it's not like I don't see myself doing it or I physically can't do it. I just don't know why I won't do it. So, today's the last day that that's going to happen, and I already have a million friends holding me accountable, so this is going to be like my self accountability check video start thing. And we'll see where it goes from here. But this is step 1, and welcome to the rodeo. We're gonna have some fun. And please excuse my hair. I was literally telling myself like I wanted to fix my hair and like do a little makeup and stuff to like really make this video perfect. But then I was like, if I try this perfection thing is the reason why we're in this situation in the first place. So what we're gonna do is show up as whatever we look like right now, because that's the first step, is just putting it out there and getting the ball rolling. Yeah, see what I did there? And then we're just gonna move on from there because yeah, I just came home from work and my hair was tacked in my jacket all day, so that's kind of why it looks like this. But that's none of y'all's business why I look like this. Y'all here because y'all gonna watch me on this journey and y'all gonna like it. And that's on period. And yeah, that's why I look crazy. I just wanted to tell y'all, even though it's none of y'all business, but I thought y'all should know, just in case y'all wondering why I look like this. Because that's another thing. Perfection is my problem. If it's not perfect, I don't want to do it. If I can't perfect it and I can't put it out perfect, I don't want to. I don't. That's my problem. I don't want to grow and get better. I want to perfect something and then continue on with the perfection, and that's not realistic, which is why we ended up in this situation. But we're gonna baby steps. This is a step by step process and it's a learning curve. And now that we're on the learning curve, it's only up from here. Like, there's no down. There's no down from here. We're self acceptance, understanding, and now we're moving forward. Now we're moving forward.